Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Yichar Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS that teach us His word, and shalom unto the hopeful elect upon the four corners of this earth that shall make it up out of here in truth and sincerity. So, this lesson that I want to bring out is going to be talking about this article that I came across. Is titled "Strength is Found in Diversity." Joe Biden signs executive order ending Trump's ban on transgender troops in U.S. military. So, just speaking on the title, I don't want to get too far into the article. I'm just gonna read the first couple paragraphs, just because I just want to get the point of it, and then start bringing out the scriptures. But I just want to point out that Biden has been in office for less than a week, and he's already spreading this massive confusion and wickedness. Biden just got here, and he's already spreading this confusion. So imagine imagine Biden got 4 years. If this place isn't destroyed by then, he has 4 years to do whatever he wants in office. So again, it's been less than a week, and he already put out this decree that transgenders can be in the military. And you already see the wickedness that's being spread from this dude being in office. So here I want to just go down. It says President Joe Biden has overturned his predecessor's ban on transgender troops in the U.S. military, signing an executive order declaring that all Americans who are qualified to serve will be allowed to enlist. President Biden believes that gender identity should not be a bar to military service and that America's strength is found in its diversity, the White House said in a statement on Monday. This question of how to enable all qualified Americans to serve in the military is easily answered by recognizing our core values. America is stronger at home and around the world when it is inclusive. So, man, America is just furthering, America is just increasing the load and the reasons to destroy this place. They're just further spreading confusion. They're further spreading this wickedness more and more every single day. That's why this place needs to go. So here I want to go over to 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 33. It says, "For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints." So it says the Most High is not the author of confusion. That's what this place, America, is constantly bringing, nothing but confusion. But the Most High, He doesn't co-sign that. That's not what the Most High is about. He's about order. He's about understanding. The Most High originally wanted man and woman. Simple as that. Period. Point blank. Period. But that confusion sets in once you start having transgenders, when you start having transvestites, homosexuality, just all these different types of wickedness that's being constantly expanded upon, constantly increased. And it starts from one thing. More genders are being made right now, probably. There's so many genders at this point, and about 4 years ago, there's about 100, and now you got that doubled, tripled. It multiplied. And it all started off from something simple. It probably all started off from just homosexuality, and now all the way down the line, we got transgenders in the military. But it was supposed to start off as man and woman and stay as that. It should have never expanded off of that. Man is supposed to be with woman, and those are the only two genders, period. That's what it was originally supposed to be. But you got people that come in and cause this confusion that goes against the Most High and what He wanted. So here I want to get a First Peter chapter 5 verse 8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Because these things that are happening in this country are constantly, all this wickedness that's happening is constantly, it's becoming almost normal, because it is normal for the society, but it's not normal spiritually. It's not normal unto the Most High and His ways. But in the world, this seems normal, and we're constantly around it. So you got people who will be against it, but they'll see it so much, and it'll become such a quote unquote normal thing. It's just in their day to day life, to where they'll get comfortable with it. They'll be like, oh, well, this is the way of life, so it's normal, that this is fine. And that's that wickedness that Esau is constantly pumping into this place, to where it's starting to seem like this is fine. It's starting to be a thing, to where it's like, oh, this is what life is. You got transgenders. You could walk to you could go to a store and see a transgender nowadays. But in ancient times, when we were in power, you wouldn't dream of seeing a transgender, because that's not what the Most High decreed it to be. So I brought up this scripture because it we ain't supposed to come into this mindset that this is normal. We got to be sober minded. We got to be constantly keeping our mind on these scriptures, constantly keeping our minds on what's actually right. Because in the society that we're in this country that we're in, this wickedness is starting to not starting. Wickedness is normal in this country. So we got to keep our mind on what's on righteousness, because we can fall, and you can fall into that snare that wickedness is okay and wickedness is normal. All this confusion and wickedness is what life is supposed to be, but it's not. So that's why you got to make sure that you're keeping your mind on these scriptures. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." The so-called white man is is a constant search to see who he can who he can spread his wickedness to. It's a constant search to see who he can spread more confusion to. You know. So yeah, I want to get Romans 12 verse 2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High." You're so it's saying, don't be conformed to this world and how they think, and their customs and practices. This world has so many has this world, and how this world operates, has so many things that goes against the Most High. All these pagan holidays, this homosexuality, like I just showed you the article, the transgenders in the army. Come on, man. Like I said, you got these pagan holidays. You got this GMO in the foods. You don't know what's normal to eat. You got kids bucking up against the parents, going against order. But that's the way of this world. That's why you're not supposed to be conformed to this world's ways. We got to be transformed through this truth. We got to be transformed through what the Most High's ways actually are. Because that's what's, like it says at the end of this verse, that's what's good and acceptable and perfect. Not this world and its wickedness, not this world and its confusion. We gotta have that spiritual mind. We gotta have that mind that's constantly on this truth, that's constantly on these scriptures. And going back to my point earlier, the Most High originally had it where it's supposed to be man and woman. It was never supposed to get it was never supposed to get to where there was even supposed to be a thought of someone being a transgender. And even having women in the armies is confusion. Even that's wicked. Because here, let me get First Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. It says, "But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High." So it's saying that men are on top of all women. That's what the Most High has the order as. It's the Most High, and then Yahweh Shai, then man, and then woman. So man is over woman, and over and who the woman is over is the children, because the women's duty is to stay at home. The women's duty is to make sure that the house is in order, that the children are taken care of, that the women are supposed to tend to their man. But men, to go out and fight, to go out and be in the army, to go out and do all that tough work, that's men's job. Women aren't supposed to be in the army. So even having women in the army in the first place is going off. That's already wickedness. So, like I said earlier, it starts from one thing and it tumbles down into into more wickedness and more confusion. It was already confusion because women were accepted into the army, but then it got even worse because now you got transgenders in the army. You know, and women aren't, even more reason for women to not be in the army. They're the weaker vessel. Here, let me get First Peter chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered." So it's showing that women are the weaker vessel. So women aren't supposed to be in armies in the first place. Women aren't supposed to be equal to men. Women aren't supposed to be able to stand next to a man, stand against a man, and fight against him at that. You know, women, because men and women aren't equal. You know, is saying that women are supposed to subject themselves unto men. Men are on top of women. So that's even more confusion that America is pushing, that men and women are equal. That you're supposed to have equal rights. America is trying to push this agenda that men and women being equal is normal. It's not normal. Men and women are men are superior to women, period. But that's the order. That's how the Most High wants it to be. That that's how the Most High commanded it to be. But Esau goes against everything that the Most High wants. So he accepted women into the army, and in present time he's accepting transgenders into the army, which is a even more big deal of wickedness. It's wicked. It's a sin for cross dressing to happen. So if cross dressing is a sin, crossing your gender and into the other gender is even more a sin. And so for transgenders for you to not see a transgender in the streets and not be able to kill them right then and there, for having a society where transgenders can be respected and accepted into the army, for transgenders to be accepted and be able to walk around freely, walk around and not feel like anyone is going to do anything to them. That just shows how wicked the society is. That just shows how off this place is, which is just even more reason why this place has to go. You know. But yeah, I came across that article and I immediately knew I had to do a lesson about it. So yeah. With that being said, I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again unto the most unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem L'chai Kodash, and hey, Shalom.